Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Tippin and Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tippin and Tiltin Pitches podcast. It is your host, Chris, and I'm honored once again with my co-host, Tori.
Hi.
Um, I'm gonna leave that intro in. Uh, um, what's up? We took a one week break. Both Tori and I have been finishing up with post secondary. Some places call it college. Some places call it university. Here in Canada, we call it university. It's more fancy, okay? We like to be fancy. We pay all the dollars to go to school. Let's call it what it is. Anyways, we took a 1 week break. Tori and I will be back on a regular scheduled program. You can find us video version of this exact video at YouTube, on YouTube at Tippin and Tiltin Pitches Podcast, as well as Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, SoundCloud,
Yeah.
and what else? I think those are the main ones.
Deezer. If you know what Deezer is, I don't.
And Deezer. So there you go. You can find us there. And we're just back having a good time. This week's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode because Tori and I are going through what is called post-exam school depression, where we don't want to move a muscle. Anyways, we're here. We're going to talk some sports with you guys. We are sincerely sorry that we had to cancel last week, but between Tori's and I's exams, ending papers, I literally told Tori, if you follow our Instagram, told Tori, I'm running off of caffeine and no sleep. Like,
True.
that's literally it.
We're not
Tori,
doing well.
no, we're not. How are you doing? Are you doing okay though?
I'm doing better.
You're doing better. That's what I like to hear. And if you guys hear us talk about the current Jays game that's going on, we're recording this as there was a weather delay, and it just started. So you'll get
recording late because we suck.
yeah, that too. But yeah, Tori, we talked a little bit about where we want to start with the standings, right? With the MLB standings.
Yeah.
Do you have this pulled up on your phone?
No.
Okay, go get it on your phone.
Now.
Okay.
I'm going. We're talking about the standings for like 10 minutes. I haven't done anything about it. I'm just like, okay.
This is
Fine.
It's fine. My first takeaway before we get into the rest of the episode is the Red Sox. 12 and 6 on the season. They lost the first 3 or 4 games to the Orioles, to the dog shit Orioles, to the Orioles, and they're 12 and 6.
Yeah, that's a little nutty.
Like, they don't even have a team. That's my thing. Like, I don't understand the Red Sox right now. I'm just completely shocked. What stands out to you?
It's really funny that the Yankees are in last.
Yeah, we're gonna expand on the Yankees today in this episode, but they look awful. They look awful.
Happy.
I'm just gonna give you the stats on the hitting side at least. Okay. Guess how many players are hitting around 300? There's only 3 of them.
I was gonna say 3.
There's only 3 of them.
DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah, he's hitting 290.
Gary Sanchez.
Surprisingly, no, but he is at least hitting a little bit this year.
Oh, good. Thank God.
The other 2 are Kyle Higashioka in limited plate appearances. He has 13 at bats and he's hitting 308. And the other one is Gio Urshela, who's hitting 281. Other than that, there is no Yankee who is hitting above 250. And that's being generous, and that's Aaron Judge. He's hitting 255.
Oh.
But other than that, they're all hovering around 200 or below.
Wow.
That is atrocious. That is absolutely atrocious. Their team has not been playing good baseball whatsoever.
Good for them.
And I feel bad for DJ LeMahieu and Garrett Cole. Those are legitimately two, because as I mentioned to you, Tori, right before the start of this, Garrett Cole he's at 24 and 2/3 innings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next closest starter is Corey Kluber at 14 and 2/3 innings.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
Oh, sorry, I lied. It's Jordan Montgomery at 17 innings pitched. But still. And the ERA differences are completely, like, they're starters.
I think
right?
Kluber's high.
Kluber's is relatively high. He's at a 4.3, but he's just coming back from injury and not playing.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'll give Kluber that. Garrett Cole, he's obviously a number one starter. He's pitching to a 1.82 ERA right now.
Mm-hmm.
After that, the other starters, Jordan Montgomery, 4.24. Chad Green is not starting games. Why? I was about to say I just saw high innings. Corey Kluber, 4.3, as I said. Who the heck is Jameson Taillon? He's at 5.40. And he's at 5.40. And then Domingo Germán has only started 2 games so far for the Yanks, and he's at a 9 ERA in 7 innings pitched.
Wife beater.
Yes. I wasn't going to say it, but yes. The Yankees overall as a team look absolutely garbage, and I'm quite happy about it.
It brings me eternal joy.
Look, as being a team who said came into this, they're like, we're AL East champs. We are the top dog. They could be. Like, they might heat up. But considering that they're operating at full capacity, not full capacity, they're missing Zach Britton and Luke Voigt. Those are the only 2 names that I can genuinely say that they're missing.
Yeah.
Where is it, Yankees? Your bullpen's doing pretty good. Other than that, you got nothing. I shouldn't talk too much smack because the Jays are not doing the greatest. They're middle of the pack. I think they're 3rd. No, they're 4th.
We're 4th.
We're 4th underneath the Orioles, so we can't talk too much. But back to those Red Sox for a minute. Back to the Red Sox. The Red Sox are doing everything. Okay? I don't know how. I don't know why. But they're doing it. Like, other than Hunter Renfroe, who's known for his glove and not his bat, he has good power, but that's about it. Christian Arroyo, he's hitting 357 as of recording this video. Who else do we got here? Xander Bogaerts hitting almost 400 at 393. Christian Vasquez, he's hot right now. He's 286. Alex Verdugo, he's hitting 306.
Good for him.
I'm so happy he's doing well. And JD Martinez, 369. Nice. Obviously a big threat in that lineup. He's absolutely crushing the ball. He's hit 6 home runs, sorry. 6 home runs in 65 at bats. I don't know where this team came from. They were supposed to be competing with Baltimore for the last spot until Sale came back.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen. But
Our roles have reversed.
they're playing really good baseball, and it's backed up by their pitching for pretty much the most start. We have Nathan Eovaldi. He's pitching to a 3.04 ERA in 4 starts. Not bad at all. Nick Pavetta's 3 starts, 3.68. Not bad. Eduardo Rodriguez is 3.38 in 3 starts. Honestly, their pitching has been decent other than a couple bullpen guys. Josh Taylor, not doing so hot. Adam Ottavino, I think he just needs to get into the groove at Boston. He's hitting, or he's pitching to a 3.3 or 6.35 ERA right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
the AL East is wild. Very confusing.
tell me one of your shocker teams, girly. Tell me something.
The fucking Astros are in last.
Isn't that nice? Didn't they start the year hot too?
I thought, okay, we're gonna go to the West. So, as of 8:08 p.m. on April 21st, AL West standings: 1, Oakland; 2, Seattle; 3, Los Angeles Angels; 4, Texas; 5, Houston.
It's a very close race. I'm not gonna lie. Everywhere but the
Seattle
AL
has
East.
shocked me.
Seattle is shocking.
Oh,
it is very
I read
shocking.
that wrong. Technically, Oakland and Seattle are tied for first.
Yes,
The same record.
they have the same record currently.
Yeah. Seattle, ooh, where did you come from? Good for them.
Timeout. I forgot. I totally forgot about this. The Athletics are 10-0.
Yeah.
I just forgot about that. They're on a
They have
10-game winning streak right
10-game
now.
win streak.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that doesn't break. They're halfway to Moneyball right now.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my gosh, imagine if they broke Moneyball's record. I think that wasn't that 20. I think that was 23 games, wasn't that?
Yeah, not shocked by the Rangers being in fourth. Angels third, not surprising. Houston last, that's kind of different, but
Yes, and that's. I think that they're missing because of Justin Verlander.
Mm-hmm.
They're missing a key piece to that rotation,
big man.
and I'm kind of afraid for when he comes back, because is he even gonna be a half decent pitcher anymore when he comes back?
That's true.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? They hope, or like their franchise is screwed.
Yeah, just a little bit. With also the standings though in the AL Central, the Kansas City Royals are currently first place, even though it's a very tight race between the AL Central and the AL West. All 5 teams are in a very close race with one another. Mm-hmm. The Royals are hitting, and they're pitching, and they're doing everything, and they're sitting at top on top at 9-7 right now. Where were their acquisitions this past year? Benintendi, Carlos Santana, right?
I think so, yeah.
Who else did they pick up? Right now, Alberto Mondesi's also hurt, so that's a huge kind of shot in the foot for them. They do have Gerard Dyson by the looks of it down in the minors or on the bench, one or the other.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't tell.
I'm just trying to think. They have Irvin Santana. Hanser Alberto, that was one of their pickups this year. He's doing pretty well. Obviously, Andrew Benintendi. Michael A. Taylor, that was the other big one. Was okay. Michael A. Taylor. He's hitting. I think he's hitting. He's hitting pretty well if I remember correctly. He has right now he's a 270 average, which is above his career norm.
That's good.
Not bad. Not bad at all. He's 30 years old, but he's been always known for his defense more than his offense because he has killer legs and a killer arm out there in center. So if he can continue the contact numbers, I think he'll be a very good piece for the Royals this year and possibly a trade chip if they're not in first place. As for that though, what else is there? Anything else that surprised you in the AL before we move over to the NL?
Not really. I just Tigers last. Yeah, I kind of expect that. No offense.
Twins, I'm a little surprised they're fourth, but they're 4 games under 500 right now. I'm just hoping they don't slip. Byron Buxton's playing. He's super hot right now.
Yeah.
Other than that, Josh Donaldson's aging, not like fine wine, which kind of scares me. I remember when everybody was like, I remember when all Toronto fans were like, "Why did you trade Josh Donaldson?" Blah blah blah. Like he's still the MVP. It's like because he's old.
He's old.
Like
Yeah, I'm kind of glad we got rid of him when we got rid of him.
it was a crappy day when we got rid of him, but at the end of the day, it needed to be done.
It's life.
That's business. That's business to baseball.
As is life.
As is life. Switching over to the NL, before we continue on in our show today, what really stands out? The NL's really, other than the NL West, it's a tight race between both the NL East and the NL Central division. I'm surprised the Brewers are first, considering they lost Yelly, but their pitching has been phenomenal. I think Corbin Burns just hit a record of 30 something Ks and no walks. So good on him. He's becoming the ace that everybody wanted him to be. The Mets sitting on top of the AL East right now. That's nice. The Nationals.
Yeah, they're just a tanker team. They haven't been able to.
Which is really, I think right now that they're going through, because they started off the year with the COVID issue, I think they're just slow out of the gate. I think that's going to pick up though. I think they're going to be third. I think they're going to be battling for a wild card at the end of the day, to be quite honest. Because they had like half their roster go on the COVID list.
Something like that.
It was ridiculous how many people went on the COVID list for them. What do you think about the Cubs sitting, even though it's only 2.5 games back of the Brewers, but the Cubs sitting at bottom at 7-9? No comment. There's a bunch of guys in their walk years, aren't there?
Yeah.
Javi Baez, Chris Bryant, and Rizzo, right?
The Cub now, so.
Yeah. Did he sign a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal?
I think it was 2. There was a meme of him when he hit his first home run and they gave him like a wall iron and he's like, ah, it's great.
I love that. All right. So now that we've done the stats, we'll talk about the stories of this year so far. The Yankees and Jay Bruce. We'll just start with the Yankees because we got 2 players that we're going to talk about today. Jay Bruce announcing his retirement.
Bye, sir.
What's your take, Tori? What's your take?
It's fun. He probably looked at the team, like looked at what they've accomplished, looked at where they are in the standings, and was just like, well, that was a good time to go. And he was just like, bye. See ya. The 10 games were fun.
I didn't expect him to not drop out, but I'm surprised he didn't.
Leave.
No, he did. Like he literally walked into Aaron Boone's. I read an article. He walked into Boone's office and was like, hey, Skip. And he goes, I'm retiring in like 2 games, so it better get somebody ready to be called up. He goes like, I just don't want to do it anymore. It was probably in very much more professional tone than I just put it in. But at the end of the day, that's basically what happened. My question is why. My question is
Very
why.
weird.
Why do you think? Why do you think he did it? Was it just because of the team tanking? Was it because his individual stats weren't good? Like,
Maybe, I don't know. I feel like it had to be the team. How old is he? Okay, hold on. Let me find him. I feel like it was the team because
30.
at the start of
I
the
think
season, it's not going to be like perfect out of the gate. But like, I
Jay
don't know if you're in
Bruce,
that much of a slump.
34 years old.
Okay, he's 34.
I mean, he's also been in the majors since he was 20.
Yeah, he's been around. It's just like really weird. Like if you know you're gonna be done, then why not like retire at like the end of the season or like during the off season?
Yeah. And like it wasn't a ending injury. It wasn't a
No.
season ending injury. It wasn't surgery that was going to require him to stay out for the year and after that he was done. There was nothing like that.
No.
And that's the part that confuses me the most is he just walked away from it with not really any warning. And yeah, he didn't like and the last guy to do that. You want to know who the last dude was to just retire mid-season without or at the beginning of the season with basically no warning?
Tulowitzki.
Close. He was injury, but it was Ichiro Suzuki.
Oh yeah.
I think it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, last year, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
when they did the Japan series, and he said to his skip after this Japan series, I'm done. I want to retire in Japan, in front of the crowd. But that was the last guy to do it, just randomly like that. But Jay Bruce and Ichiro Suzuki are nowhere close to the same caliber of player.
Oh
Like they're
god, no,
just
I'm just like reading about little tribute. So sad.
the his retirement one.
Yeah. You just have to like put it together. He's literally like, hey, I'm retiring, and they were like, hey, we'll throw together this shit montage for you.
Well, the Yankees couldn't like the Yankees had what like 10 games, the 20 games with him. Like
Literally.
I don't really know how you make a montage of farewell goodbye to a player if he's only played 10 to 20 games with you.
They're like, yay.
See ya, have a good retirement, man. Like this isn't Mariano Rivera where they've had years of history together. Nothing like that. No Ichiro Suzuki. No, like he's not even Tulowitzki. Like Tulowitzki, you could show his highlights from back in Colorado or with the Jays or whatever. Like defensive wizard, but I'm dumbfounded by that.
Very confusing.
Very, very confusing.
Goodbye.
Yeah. And one of the players that they brought to take over for Jay Bruce was our very lovable Texas Ranger, Rougned Odor. And story time, Tori sent me this picture. I'll put it up on the screen for you right now. And Yankees, if you guys didn't know, have this tradition of no facial hair. And I think if you do have facial hair, it has to be like the tiniest little stash or whatever, I think. Or they've made exceptions. They've made exceptions for a couple players, but no beards. It has to be beardless. And Rougned Odor without a beard is the goofiest looking thing ever.
He actually just looks like a potato. I was like, who is this? Same person?
No, it's Rougned Odor. I'm sure a lovely dude in real life. I've never met him, obviously, but I'm seeing this side by side, Tori, and I
I was
like.
genuinely horrified.
I remember. What did you say to me? What did you say to me when you sent me that photo?
I don't know. Hold on, I can find it. I
What
was
did you?
literally scared. I was just like okay. I don't before we go on. I literally wrote in my notes when we first news of him going to the Yankees. You probably like can't see it, but I literally wrote here Odor to Yanks, and then I wrote underneath, does he have to shave?
Yes. Yes, that is Yankee tradition, Yankee protocol. I don't know what it is with beards. Um, by the way, the Jays are winning 4-0.
I saw that.
Uh, to any of the people who are watching this, in the future, the Jays are winning a game. Yay!
Oh, I didn't
Uh,
even say anything. I just sent you the picture.
oh, I thought you said. Why does he look like this or something like that? Um,
Just oh, oh. Not the same man that punched Jose
not
Berti to the face. Those are two
not the
different
same man.
people.
Honestly, Kate, I'm
Who
not
is
gonna
this imposter?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Tori. When he has a beard, he looks like a boxer. Okay, he looks like a boxer or somebody. He looks like he could fuck your shit up. All right, but without the beard, he just looks like a 12-year-old that's
Looks like
just
a
chilling.
potato.
Just yeah, like a potato. I will put a side by side of a potato and a Rougned Odor's shaven face. Because I agree with you. He just he just looks so odd. I wonder how his wife felt about the trade.
She's probably like, who is this? Probably
Uh,
like walked in. She's like, who the fuck's this child? She's like, it's like, honey, it's me. And she's like, don't lie to me.
nah. Don't be doing this to me. Don't be doing this to me.
Don't play. Oh, why would they even want him? I don't get
Oh,
it.
I'll tell you. So, for those who don't know, the reason why the Yankees did what they did with Rougned Odor is because technically he is free. Because the way they did the trade with Texas is that I think Yankees gave up a prospect, like not a great prospect, half decent prospect, I guess. I'll look it up.
Some dude.
Yankees Odor trade.
Like, oh, so weird. Do you think they had to like consider how he would look when he shaves his beard? Do you think they have to do that before they get people? I
Oh
mean,
god.
clearly they didn't consider it with him, but like,
Okay, so for two prospects, Antonio Cabello and Josh Stowers. And this is why. Okay, so first of all, he's a left-handed hitter. That is one thing that the Yankees wanted. But the big reason is that Texas said, if you give us these two prospects, we will absorb basically the entire $20 million left on his contract. So what that means is that the Yankees are so close to the luxury tax, which means that they'll get fined, right?
yeah,
They're so close to that luxury tax that having Odor is actually cheaper than having like Tyler Wade, who's making league minimum. Because Odor is basically he's getting paid to play for the Yankees by the Texas Rangers.
yeah, pretty much.
So they basically free up cap space. Like that's the funniest part about it is they free up that luxury tax that cap space. And I love it.
I mean, good for them, but
Good for them. It was a smart business move. Do I like Rougned Odor as a player? No, he strikes out too much and he barely hits the ball anymore. And he's not that great defensively. He's got good pop when he hits the ball. He was known as Joey Gallo's little brother. Like, although I think Joey Gallo's younger than him, but anyways, Joey Gallo's other half. Like, it, Joey Gallo just is a lot better of a player, obviously, than Rougned Odor. But Rougned Odor, all he had was pop. That was it.
Like a little troll. Just can't get rid of him.
Oh my God, Tori, I keep looking at his face.
Stop looking at his
I
face.
have his.
Picture.
I have him up. Do you have any closing comments on Jay Bruce, the Yankees, or Rougned Odor?
I just don't. Can they like draw on his face, just like fake a beard?
Permanent marker, just.
Yeah. I had a permanent marker beard one time in public school.
I remember.
That?
I remember that. Good days, good days. Yeah. Okay. I need to close his face.
Stop looking at his face.
Recap. Yankees sucks. Jay Bruce retired for no reason.
Bye.
Bye, Jay. Peace out. Jay Bruce retired for whatever. They said that
he just up and left.
Yeah, pretty much. They said that people were speculating that it could have been like the New York media as well, but he played for the Mets and was half decent Mets player for quite a few years. I think it was like 5 or 6 years. Yeah. I want to say, if I'm wrong, you guys will tell me, but I'm probably wrong, but whatever.
Yeah, but he was playing for New York.
He did play for New York, so he knows what the media's like. It's not because of that. I think it was just because the Yankees were trash. He wasn't doing well, and he's 34 and can go off into the sunset with millions of dollars.
Yeah. Bye, Jay.
Bye, Jay.
Bye, Jay. Rougned Odor looked like a potato troll child thing. I don't want to look at him anymore. I don't think I can watch him ever. I'm just not going to watch any games where he's going to be playing.
Well, hopefully the Yankees don't play the Jays anytime soon, or else it's going to be bad times ahead.
And yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, Yankees.
Keep doing what you're doing. Tank, suck.
Great on you.
As much as I would love you to not suck, I want you to suck, because at the same time, you guys hype yourself up every single year, and you guys have so much money, and you can't field a winning team.
Poverty franchise.
Poverty franchise. I'm looking into your soul. Poverty franchise. You are not the Dodgers. All right? Not the Dodgers. I can't even say it with a straight face. On to the next story. Tyler Glasnow. Tori, would you like to explain his new pitch to me, please?
Yeah, okay. So for those people that don't know, like Chris didn't know until I told him.
I had no clue. No clue.
So Tyler Glasnow of the Tampa Bay Rays has a new pitch. It is a combination of a slider and a cutter, and he has decided to call it the Slutter. I mean, it makes sense because it's literally a combination of the two names. So for all the Karens out there, don't get too sensitive about it. But yeah, it's his new pitch. Apparently, the people that have seen it are afraid of it. So even more reason to be afraid of Tyler Glasnow.
Yeah, which is really funny because up until this point, he was basically a 2-pitch pitcher. He was fastball, curveball, right? Mm-hmm. And then he did throw in the occasional changeup, although his changeup was, everybody's old fastball. Like, it comes in at like 88. But anyways, he threw in a changeup every once in a while. But now with this like hard slider / cutter, the Slutter, you want to talk about an ace, an already ace wanting to outdo himself. Like I'm blown away just by that. Mm-hmm. To kind of have that initiative. And have you ever seen that? Did you ever see that interview where Glasnow was talking about like his pitching hand? So apparently his I want to say his one knuckle got broken. Like I forget exactly the story, so don't count on me on this. Don't quote me or anything. But anyways, his one knuckle makes it so that he can't properly grip a ball. he can't properly grip. I think it's like he can't properly grab the seams on a two-seamer. The way his fingers go, you can literally see in his hands, like when he tries to hold a ball as a two-seamer, like it just looks messed up, and B, like you can literally see his like fingers like shaking. Yeah, I don't know what happened exactly. I know something in his hands all messed up to where that he can't grip a two-seamer, which he throws like 100. That would be stupidly good. A two-seamer on his arm would be just stupidly good, but he's made do without it. So,
Good for him.
but this Slutter, you told me this, and I was just like,
Shook.
I didn't know what I was like. Excuse me, Tori. What are you talking about?
Like, what language are you speaking?
Well, exactly. I've never heard of this. I didn't even know he had a new pitch. Obviously, I don't think we've seen him pitch yet, have we? I don't think so.
Like, personally.
No.
I think he has, but I haven't watched.
I haven't watched. I know. Well, obviously he's pitched this year, but I don't think he's pitched against the Jays. Is what I really mean.
No, they haven't played them, have they?
We're having like an existential. If basically this entire time is just me talking to the universe and Tori just saying yeah every once in a while, this is because on one side I'm like wired out of my brain right now, and Tori's just along for the ride. Like she's just like, yeah, we'll be hype.
Temples, like, I don't even know.
There will be weeks where it's the other way around. There will be weeks where it's the other way around, where I'm gonna be like, Tori, I just need to die. But here we are.
Watch your mental state progressively get worse.
I start work next week, so I start back at my full-time job next week. Pray for me.
I've already been working, but I start working more. I don't know. I'm not working full time because I refuse to do that again.
You're crazy. Taking full course load and then also working.
Yeah.
You're nuts, girl.
I don't know how I'm alive. Oh well.
You made it through. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I have to like work more. But yeah.
That's okay. More content every single week coming your way on the Tippin and Tiltin Pitches podcast.
Now that we have time to actually like watch sports,
talk about sports, get updated on sports. I'm gonna start keeping tabs and everything on my stuff as well. So it's not just Tori. Half the time, I'll tell you, I'll be straight up with you guys before we get back to other content. Tori's basically the ideal woman. I just talk. I just talk. Tori has, as she showed earlier, she has her notebook. She writes down topics, like over half of our topics. I literally just threw like 3 topics together today. Tori was like, yeah, that sounds good. And then the other like 6 of them that we've talked about, yeah, that's all Tori. So round of applause to Tori. We love her for that. Love her for that. Love you, homie. Anyways, before, do you have anything left to say about Tyler Glasnow's Slutter?
I will watch for the Slutter. I'll take a video and then I'll put it on our Instagram so that way people can see without having to watch if you don't want to watch. Or you probably just Google it. I don't know.
It's just dirty. Like I'm watching the GIFs. I don't know. I don't know how Major League Baseball doesn't like video embedding in videos, so that's risky. Anyways, I will put a link down in the description below of our video to a GIF or a tweet or something of the Slutter.
Find the Slutter.
I will find the Slutter. We will find the Slutter and we will link it. Yeah. It's nasty. I'm watching it over and over. Another.
You're just like.
We have 3 things left, Tori. 2 of them are short little things. Okay. And then our last one we talked about. The second or the first little thing that we got is Akil Badu. Just get a round of applause for Akil Badu, okay?
What a story. That's such a good story. He was a Rule 5 draft pick. And, they, they're not as hyped up.
They're not as hyped up.
Doesn't mean that they can't perform because clearly he is, but like,
He is Joe Biagini. His first year with the Blue Jays, he was a Rule 5 draft. There's been a number of Rule 5 drafts that have gone unnoticed. And
mm-hmm.
Akil Badu is definitely going to be one of those guys. I think now that he has gotten a legitimate shot, I'm going to read you his stats. He has 12 games played, 40 plate appearances, 38 at bats. He has a batting average of 263 right now with a on base percentage. This is low. His on base percentage is low. He needs to walk more. It's only 275.
Mm-hmm.
He only has one walk. For being a Rule 5 draft pick on a crappy Tigers team with a legitimate shot to start almost every day or every other day with constant plate appearances, he's been smashing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Just such a feel, like you said, just a feel good story. What do you think about Akil Badu?
I don't know how long he's like under the Tigers for, but if he could go to like a better team, not even like one that's like playoff contention, but just like one that's a little bit like better, and there's like more like vets there, just so he could have like the experience and to like talk to these guys that have been around for a while. I think that will help him a lot. Like he's already off to a good start, but imagine how much more can be done when you put him with like the right people and the right team.
I think so. Hear me out on this, but I think that he is going to get a little bit better. Like not, I think he's going to get. I think he's going to get more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, but the reason why I say that is you have one of the all-time greats in Miguel Cabrera still in a Tigers uniform, and I'm really hoping that he takes that kid under his wing, like he should really with any Tigers kid.
As he should be.
He should just kind of like how Albert Pujols did slash does.
Mm-hmm.
Albert Pujols has taken all the angels under his wing, so angels under his wing. But Miggy should do the same, and I'm really hoping he is. I haven't watched really any Tigers game. Like we said, we've been super busy. Sports hasn't really been on our front of our mind right now, but I'm really hoping for something like that, and I think that Akil Badu can be a really good piece for the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
And Tori, I will let you rant because I want to hear you rant. Astros. I'm gonna point. I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna paint the picture. I'm gonna paint the picture. Astros, Angels, at Angels at the Angels home games, and Angels fans throw a inflatable trash can and a real trash can onto the field. Have at it, Tori.
Hey, this is funny. Obviously, I didn't watch the game, but just like on Twitter before bed, as one would be, I'm going through and I see all these tweets from like Angels fans, presumably, about this inflatable trash can that some guy had, or yeah, I think it was a guy. Sorry, don't want to like misgender people, but he had brought this inflatable trash can with him, and then like everyone knew it was there because he was like sitting there holding it the whole time. And then people were like banging on the trash cans there, and like, you know, just trolling the Astros. And the guy with the inflatable trash can just tosses it onto the field. So there's just this inflatable trash can there. Everyone's cheering. And then I think like, you know, like time goes by and they like obviously took away the trash can. And then they started throwing actual trash cans on the field.
They threw a legit trash can onto the field, like a red plastic one. I'm very sorry for whoever's watching the VOD. My screen just flashed. My bad. Yeah, I love it. I'm there for it. I'm there for it.
Honestly, if you can't like take the humor, or if you're still like, oh, like people need to get over it, it's like old news. No. Do you want to know
No,
what? No. Don't
not
know
at
what?
all.
People were cheated out of World Series rings and like being happy and winning. So please,
The
just let
Houston
them have this. People will
Asterix.
get over it soon enough, and then soon, like, it's just gonna be like a thing of the past. But
Soon
that's
it's just
not
gonna be a
this
meme.
time now. That is not now.
No, that is not. Soon it will be a meme, but right now it's not a meme. It's
No,
legit.
right now it's still like pretty fresh because, with the COVID year last year, no one could go. So then they lost out on that opportunity because no one's just going to stand outside and bang on trash cans. You're like dumb as hell. So they had to have this year as their opportunity. Could you
I
imagine
just
you're just standing
that's
outside?
I'm imagining people like standing outside like just
I
banging
mean, there's
trash cans
probably
outside of
some
the
people that
stadium.
did that. So like, if
Oh,
you did that, like, good
100%.
for you. But like, it just looks stupid because they can't see you.
So
Those
why does it
real
matter,
people
right?
involved in this cannot see you. But now that you're there and you're going with your trash cans and banging on things and letting them know that they suck, it eats them up inside.
Exactly. I agree with everything you said, Tori. And the last
Yeah.
thing that we have to talk about today is who is this is a little bit more of a personal like take on the show just because we wanted to have a light kind of show today. Well, who is
We
your
had no content.
don't tell them that. Who is your favorite player, ex-player, whatever you want to go. I'm going to say my favorite ex-player, but you can say whoever you want. Who is your favorite past player, future player, current player? Don't care, just tell me.
Okay, well, favorite old timer player, the OG Vladdy G. You see
The
that should see this.
OG.
I love him. There's
Okay.
forever. You have to give respect to him because if you don't, then like don't even watch, don't even watch our Vladdy. Honestly,
That Vladdy Senior hit everything though.
I know.
Like I think he hit a bouncing ball one time.
He's just like I'm gonna go for it. I don't care.
Like, oh my god, yeah, so true. So true. I legit respect that. Why else though? Is it just because of the legacy or
I like the legacy. It's a good story, and you know
okay.
what? If you actually watch his life story, like to see like where they came from, and like how they like made it big here, and then he was able to give like Vladdy Jr. a good life, and then like provide for his family. And the grandma's so cute. I love her. She's adorable.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen any like personal stories from that
They aired this one
Vladdy.
last year on Sportsnet about like Vladdy Jr. and then like obviously talks about like OG Vladdy. So like that's how I know that. I think I watched like something else on it, and then they like brought in Vladdy, Vladdy Jr.'s grandma, and she like goes through him. She's so fucking adorable. And she's like, "I'm so proud of you," and I'm like in tears. I'm like, why am I crying?
I have a connection to the family, I swear.
Everything makes you cry, though, so I'm not surprised.
Hey,
And then
whatever.
in
That's
that video that like OG Vladdy made for Vladdy Jr. He came to the MLB.
yes.
That always gets me.
That made you tear up.
I cry.
I love that.
And then
I
there's that little picture of him like baby Vladdy on the field, and then he like holds his hat up.
yeah. Him tipping the cap.
I'm like in tears. Like, this is the nicest thing I've ever seen.
This is the next generation, I swear.
I literally cry over everything, so not surprised. God to me. Oh my god.
Do you want to add current player to this talk?
Oh, okay. So quick little story time. Okay, so this is how it leads. So my favorite like current player is Bo Bichette. No surprise there. Anyways, so I won this like ticket to this virtual autograph session. It was today. And then you just like met an alumni player and like they don't tell you who until like the day of. So they found out and I was meeting Pat Henkin. I was like, cool. This is cool. I'm like to my dad, I'm like, okay, what should I ask him? I was just like, I know who it is, but I don't know enough about him. So my dad just right here gives me all these like old World Series books that he's held on to. Okay, so like I read
Okay.
them. It
Yeah.
doesn't really help me. So I'm like sitting there, I'm like all day, I'm like, I don't know what to ask him. I have like 1 minute with him, but I like it has to count. Okay, so whatever. So then like I went on like it's like basically over Zoom and I met him and then I asked him a question. So the question I asked, he really liked it. He told me it was a great question. I literally was just like, when you became a Blue Jay, who was someone you were excited to face?
Okay. I like that. And what did he
I did
say?
I yeah. He said like Detroit because he's from Detroit. And
Really?
he
Yeah,
like
okay.
he gave me like three like he talked for the whole minute, so that was great because I only
That's
prepared one question.
that's amazing. No, 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 no. That's amazing. That
It was
means you
awesome.
asked a
So
good
then
question.
yeah, so then he like listed off the players and said like yeah like Detroit because like it's where I'm from, so it's cool. And I was like no, like that's really awesome. And then he asked if I had another question. I said like no. We had like 15 seconds left, so he's like oh who's your favorite player? And I was like Bo Bichette. And he's like that's the sixth time I've heard that answer. And then it cut off. I was like I just got like yelled at by people trying to get him at my favorite player.
Such a
He's
normie
probably judging me.
chosen,
He's probably like about to
chosen
cry.
pick. That's such a normie pick, Tori. What are you talking about?
I almost said my sons. Pardon? He's like, what?
What?
I'm like, yeah, my sons. Just like, they're not even my wallpaper anymore, so it's a lie.
What is your wallpaper? Just random?
My wallpaper's a hockey player.
Okay. That's fair. It's sports related. You're allowed. You're allowed. I'm gonna take over because we're coming to the end of the episode. Favorite past player, just because of the story and his road in the big leagues, Marco Estrada. Not just because he was a Blue Jay. I don't really care about his Blue Jay days. Like I do care about his Blue Jay games.
I don't
Days.
care.
He was an amazing pitcher for the Jays, but his role, even as a Brewer and everything, like this, he came up in the time where throwing 95 was becoming the big thing. Throwing 95 plus was the big thing. He was not that type of player though. His changeup was his bread and butter pitch. He was literally Marco Magic because that changeup, it was so effective and so freaking filthy. And that's what I loved. He knew how to pitch. He just knew how to pitch in a time where velocity was king. So that's my just like his whole story from defecting and then well not defecting but from Mexico and everything like that. And just his major league debut and it's just him Brewer when he was a Brewer he was giving up stupid amount of home runs and then he was demoted to the bullpen and then he became a swing man and then the Jays got him and he got to become a starter again and he threw a bunch of years in Toronto really well. He started playoff games, did amazing. Like that whole story is just that's why he's my favorite past player right now. Solid pick. Current player, Frame. This one's kind of hard. Honestly, Juan Soto, just because of how cocky he is at like 20 years old. Shut up, Tori. I love him. I'm not normie, Tori. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like he's a normie pick too, but just the way he holds himself at the plate and everything, the Soto shuffle. He is a normie pick, but shut up, Tori. Let me have my normie pick. You had your normie pick, so let me have my normie pick.
Yeah, I straight up told an alumni that he roasted me.
I mean, hey, don't worry about it. What's the likelihood of you seeing him again?
Like never.
Exactly, you're fine.
I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about it, but I don't care.
Whatever, it's cool. It's fine. When we get big and he's like, "Where's my royalties at for dropping my name?" That's
Like, sure, I'll hand them
we'll
over.
exactly. We'll give him 25K under the table and be done with
Here,
it.
here you go.
So and then yeah, so Marco Estrada for me, and then Juan Soto just because of his whole demeanor and everything. He's pretty freaking cool, I think. For you, Bo Bichette
I love Bo.
and Vladdy and Vladdy Senior. So on that, I think on that note, Tori, do you want to do the outro or do you want me to do the outro?
I'll do it.
All right, take it away, Tori.
Thanks everyone for coming back for another episode of Tippin and Tiltin Pitches. I didn't mess it up this time. We really chose like a name with like so many, like a T and a T and then a P and a P. Oh God. Anyway, yeah. Thanks. for
Tongue
coming
twisters.
to our madness.
Thanks for being a part of our madness. It means a lot to us.
Come back for more to watch our mental states deteriorate and for baseball.
Which one you guys will find out, we don't know, but
We don't know.
either.
Keep coming back.
Have yourselves an awesome day, guys.
We'll see you next week on time, maybe.